Alright guys, welcome to another edsretrogeekout. I'm over here with Todd from Propagandhi. He's willing to hang out with me. We're kind of DIYing the whole interview today. But yeah, Todd, introduce yourself.
I'm Todd from Propagandhi. Play bass and sing a little bit.
Yeah, I love the Border song.
Oh, yeah.
I know you sing that one,
Yeah,
so.
yes.
How is tour going?
It's good. We're on 6th day of 11 shows, I guess, or 6th show of 11 shows, and then, yeah, and I'm staying in Slovenia for a week after punk rock holiday there.
Oh, you're spending punk rock holiday
Yeah,
at the festival,
well,
or you're just staying in
We're
Slovenia?
the last day, so yeah,
Okay.
just staying in Slovenia. Go to Lake Bled and all that good stuff there. So.
He just went over to Slovenia.
Oh, right on. You liked it?
Yeah, it's been our third time, so shit's good.
Yeah.
They have another festival like Metal Days over there too.
Yeah. I'd go to that.
My channel is all about vintage toys and retro games,
Okay.
stuff you probably grew up with. I brought some stuff over here on the table.
Okay.
Is there anything you recognize?
Well, I recognize all of it, I suppose, but Slimer, He-Man, Mr. T, Skeletor, Thundercats, fucking Donkey Kong.
Is there
Dinosaur.
anything you owned as a kid or you played with as a kid?
Of these exact things, none of it. Yeah, I never had even a Ninja Turtle. Had the comics, not the toy. He-Man I liked, never bought them because they were incompatible with my already existing toys.
What toys did you have?
Well, I was mostly playing with like the Star Wars Clash of the Titans, Fisher Price size
the
people.
Kenner,
you know?
the Kenner toys.
Just that size,
Yeah.
you know. I didn't care what they were as long as they were like that size, you know.
What kind
I had my
of?
little collection, you know.
Okay.
I love the Clash of the Titans toys. That was probably my favorite of all. And Micronauts.
Okay.
And before that, Weebles. And remember Weebles?
Yeah.
They wobble, but they don't fall down. The Fisher Price, you know, a little safari with the stuff. You know,
I didn't have that
an
one.
ambulance, shit like that. But I just couldn't invest in like bigger toys, you know. Like you know, if you go to bigger guys, they're either too big for your toys, or you have to like get more big guys. So you're like, fuck that. Let's stay with the little guys.
So you really got your toys based on how big they were to
Well,
play
as long
out.
as they were,
How old were you
as long as
back
they were
then?
that regular scale, probably 23.
23.
No, just
Okay.
kidding. I was just a little kid, you know.
You were already being like,
It's like-
so rational about, no, I can't buy these because they're too big.
And then they cost more, and they're just like, well, it's just like I wanted them, but you can only buy so much stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever.
Okay, cool. Any gaming systems you grew up with?
Atari 2600, I guess.
Okay.
And then eventually my brother bought a Commodore 64. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was into that as much as other people, but like I'd play it, you know, stick in my disc, type in whatever asterisks on the stolen disc or whatever, and then I'd play. What did I play? Castle of Dr. Creep. You ever heard of that game?
No,
Pretty good.
actually not. Is it good? Yeah?
I liked it. Yeah.
Castle of?
Dr. Creep.
Okay. I'll have to check that
Yeah,
out.
a couple other games.
What is it like?
It's just like kind of a maze. It looks sort of like Donkey Kong, I guess, from the side, but it's way better. You can go from room to room, kind of solving these problems, like turning off like electric beams and stuff.
Okay.
And then you know what I mean. So you might have to turn off the electricity down here, and then you know go to here, go to there.
It's a real thinking game, actually.
I guess, yeah, it probably was.
But it's like with those games, you really needed a lot of fantasy and like to really see what are they trying to
Yeah.
bring across
Right,
here.
right, yeah.
From like the NES on, it was like, okay, I get this is a guy and this is a tube he's going down into.
Yeah.
But back then, the Atari age, it was like, yeah, this kind of looks like
Yeah.
like the ET game, for instance. It didn't really look like ET, or did it?
Yeah, I seem to remember like just thinking, oh, that one. Like I remember it was more expensive than other ones, and I remember just thinking, oh, I don't know about this game. You know, it looks sort of cheap or something.
Any gaming systems you got a little bit later on? Maybe you brought on tour or something?
Well, at some point I had I've never brought them on tour, but like I had a Sega or something at some point. Played, I thought here, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I think my brother gave me that. And actually he gave me, like recently, he gave me his PlayStation 3, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started playing, and like I just like I like it, but I just can't spend my time doing
You can
it.
get into it to really spend all
Well,
the
I
time it
could.
takes for the game to finish. Or...
I could, but I didn't think it was worth trading my moments of my life to do it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I would rather, I don't know, draw, play my guitar, or you know, it's just something like I like it, you know, but it's like I can't do this, you know.
Do you like watch any of the new stuff coming out with the old things like Turtles or He-Man? If there's like new movies coming out, is that something you would check out? Or
I watched the He-Man toy retrospective or something, you know, that they made. It's
on
like
Netflix?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. And
The Toys That Made Us documentary.
If there was like sadly enough like a G.I. Joe movie, I would check it out. I was so into that when I was a kid. They were also that scale, you know.
Oh, okay. You got G.I. Joes too back in the day?
Yeah,
then?
well, and I started out, my cousins, they were older than me. I inherited their big G.I. Joes, you know?
Yeah.
Like Big Jim, big G.I. Joes, Stretch Armstrong, and all that
I loved
stuff.
that, but I never got it as a kid, the
Yeah.
Stretch Armstrong. But now, because they're made of corn syrup or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
they can stretch. But now they're like so fragile, and you have to put oils on them to maintain them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah.
vintage toy collectors put oils on them so they would stay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into that. I love the old, like the old G.I. Joes where, you know, like I had a fort. Like when you have older cousins and inherit that, it's insane, you know? You got a lookout tower with a rope, and like the G.I. Joes with all the clothes and like their hair and beards, and like Big Jim, you know, like I just thought all that was, I like Big Jim. He was, and then then when the new G.I. Joes came out as little toys, like I was all over it.
The new scale? Yeah.
Yeah, the new scale, yeah, because the old ones were like,
Because then in the 90s, they put out Action Man, which was the same scale as the original
Okay,
Joes.
yeah.
And they actually redid like some of the G.I. Joes
Okay.
from the 80s. So you
Oh,
would
wow.
get Cobra Commander in like a vintage
Oh yeah, cool.
G.I. Joe scale.
Yeah.
So like total clash.
Yeah, I was super into the G.I. Joe comics when I was a kid. I was at my grandma's house and just got one from the store, you know. I find it funny, I reread them not too long ago, and like Cobra Commander's speeches are about like 1/1,000,000th as crazy as Trump's speeches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Trump,
Yeah.
like they were already a parody of like how Hitler or something would talk.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, you know what I mean? The world is 10 times beyond a parody of Cobra Commander and G.I. Joe, which I
Yeah,
found very...
at least Cobra
psychotic.
Commander didn't. He wasn't disrespectful.
Yeah, and he'd pretend that like he was more of a politician in the way that he would talk. Like he was meant to be veiled as like something that's going to be good for society, you know? Like whereas Trump doesn't even try.
Cobra had a plan.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was less sick almost.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good thing to catch from that. You guys released Victory Lap, I think
I guess
a little
2
bit
years
over a
ago.
year ago, or
At
maybe
least
2 years.
yeah.
Another amazing record. I love Phil States.
Oh,
I
really?
like all of their CDs really.
Cool.
So anything you want to share about Victory Lap?
Roller coaster on the cover, like there was in one of those old G.I. Joe comics where they go to Coney Island and try to terrorize it or whatever. Well, I don't know. It's a pretty good sounding record. Good songs on it. I think we're happy with it for sure.
Yeah,
you know?
I like for me, like when Failed States came out, there's a little bit more metal in it.
Yeah.
But to me, it sounds like prog skate punk.
Right.
Yeah, and I just totally love it. But how do you keep coming up with all the stuff?
I think we just play what we want to hear, you know? It's like, and try not to copy, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
Try
definitely
to
not copying anyone
Yeah,
with
yeah.
this. But
Yeah, so I think it's just reaching outside of the influences of the style we're playing, you know? And just like, I think we're just playing what we want to hear, really, you know? Like the other option, I guess, would be to like try to copy like old thrash bands we like, but like they're already doing it, so
Yeah.
like what do I have to say for that? Like the bands that are the best have already said it, you know? So I think you gotta say things your own way, you know?
yeah,
It's like playing with your toys, like you're not gonna play the Star Wars story, you're gonna make your own stories out of these same characters, you know?
What stories did you make when you played with Star Wars and G.I. Joe and everything together? Is there any playbook you want to share?
I can remember the last day we ever played with toys. I remember thinking I'm gonna be like 50 and still playing. Like, that was my attitude, you know. And then I made this little ghetto blaster, like out of Lego, like that the guys were supposed to be listening to. My friend made a bigger one. I made a bigger one. He made a bigger one. Then we started getting pissed off. Well, you know what I mean? And then we were just like, "Fuck, is this stupid?" Just packed it all in. That was it forever.
It's the last play day ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
I remember like playing with micro machines, which also had like G.I. Joe and Cobra on it.
Okay.
So, and that was like, maybe I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah.
And I started playing guitar. And yeah,
Yes, yeah.
didn't look back to this stuff like in 10 years or something.
Yeah.
Now I started collecting it.
Yeah, my friend, I remember my friend's mom like walking through my yard, like everyone would come through our yard, you know, just kind of looking at us like, this is probably a month before that, just like looking at us like, you guys are too old for this. Like we hung on as long as we could, you know, and then yeah, like that mom's kid, like he quit playing like probably 2 years before us, you know. It was almost like just felt like he was ahead of us or something. But I guess we were living in an imaginative world, you know. Like, we created it and didn't want to abandon it. Like, I could almost only play toys with one kid, you know. Like, we had this whole giant universe going, and yeah, it was just too hard to abandon, you know.
Yeah,
like we couldn't invite another kid to play with us. Nothing. It was just,
I remember having like my one friend that I would play with all the time, and we would like pick dudes and like and then like start setting up for going to war to each other, and then like by the end, like my mom would pick me up and we hadn't started.
Right.
So it was like always like, okay, I'm ready. No, I'm almost ready. Okay. Like you'd never start doing what you intended to do. But yeah, there was a lot of fantasy going around over that. So yeah, Victory Lap is almost 2 years old now. Is there anything new coming up, or are you writing?
We're just, you know, you're always just making riffs and that, and it's a little bit hard to like mix touring and making songs for some reason. So we're just making riffs, you know. You gotta get your ideas together, and the lyrics are hard, you know. Like, how do you make lyrics turn stupid and cheesy, and you know, but still represent what you want to say? Yeah, so it's not an easy task, you know. Like I often think like the hardest part about being in a band is making the good songs. You know, like, it's not going up on stage and dancing around and like, you know,
because you guys,
or even playing, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you put your fingers in the right place, like, you'll get at least approximate a reasonable sound, you know? So it's like, you know, like, the more feeling you put in, the better, but like, the hard part is the songs.
Yeah, and you definitely like go for songs that only sound like Propagandhi. You also always have like a statement that you guys want to bring across.
Yeah, so
I think like also in the bands you have toured with, like ever since I've been seeing you guys, I know it's like you toured with Protest the Hero, like awesome, a madcore kind of band, well, progressive madcore, and then I've seen you play with Chai Hulud too. So it's like completely different things, actually. Yeah,
for sure. And Reviver, like, yeah, we just kind of crossed the gamut of things we like. Yeah, on the I don't know when in what form or whatever's coming out, but I played bass recently on a Protest the Hero song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. It's hard as hell. You know, they gave it to me. I'm just like, holy shit, how am I gonna play this? But just kept practicing, you know, and eventually had it.
Okay,
cool. It wasn't easy.
No, but I mean, like the time signatures in your songs are also pretty hard, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. It was just hard. Yeah. Well, I was trying to like play with the pick, you know, but also like not, you know. So I'd like put the pick here, and then like so I could do all this slapping and, you know, all that stuff, you know, like just. I was just trying to go.
Did this already come out, or?
No, it's not out yet.
So it's.
I was just trying to go as hard as possible, because like.
So we can expect a song that you played on the next Protest Hero.
I don't know how it's coming out or what form or whatever. Yeah, I just gave it to him. It's the last time. That was like a year ago.
Oh. Okay.
So last I heard of it. So
All right.
I hope it'll see the light of day, and if it doesn't, then it was fun.
Yeah, cool. Anything you want to close with? Anything you want to plug? Or
I'd plug Micronauts. It's
yeah.
one of the best old toys. Micronauts. There's some fucking toy with a silver head with red. It was like old scale G.I. Joe. Silver head with a guy with a red suit. Fuck, I wanted that toy so bad. It's at the store. Went back later and was gone.
Was
always
it G.I.
thought
Joe
about that.
Toy or?
That toy. That's the one toy
They got away.
Like I wanted it bad, man. I don't know what happened. Or a Lego castle. I always wanted a Lego castle.
Yeah, those are cool.
But I think it was probably too expensive. So like instead of that, my mom got me some alien, like awesome alien, like spaceship with this alien war going on. You know, I was like in reality, it's probably 10 times better than a Lego castle.
Yeah.
You know, like you get those little guys and whatever. But this alien thing was awesome. So she always got me just out of like things that I wouldn't expect that were amazing, you know, like not toys you even heard of, like just get me. Or one time she got me this it's like a mat, you know, but like with all these, like it was almost like Dungeons and Dragons, you know, like you know, like a play mat, but like a long time ago. There's no story to it, but it's like worm people and knights and orcs and like, you know, pigs and just like this big
you make up your own
big
story
dungeon
about
battle.
it.
Yeah. I was like, man, this is living. You know?
Awesome. Well, Todd, thanks so much for talking to us. And yeah, definitely enjoy your show later on. Enjoy the rest of the tour. Yeah. And maybe we'll meet again soon.
For sure.
Thanks. All right, guys. See you later. Yeah. Bye.